Hello everybody, Devilmon here with gonna talk about something different. Not really gonna rant or rave or anything about any particular subject. Just want to give you some random facts that I found to be kind of interesting. So I figured, hey, why not just let you guys in on it. Plus, this seems to be something that everybody likes to enjoy. Granted, these facts can be rather trivial, but hey, Trivial Pursuit's one of the most popular games out there for a reason. And the topic of today is Disney. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to try to get into anything morbid or say Disney's evil or anything like that. Just a little tidbits about some of the Disney films that have come out over the years. Like, did you know, for instance, that in The Sorcerer's Apprentice, the sorcerer is named Yen Sid. That is Yensid. Spell that backwards and you got Disney. Did you also know that Sid from the original Toy Story film, yes, that little kid that likes destroying his toys, he makes a secret appearance as a garbage man in Toy Story 3. And here's one that I think everybody pretty much knows. But did you know that the lion throw rug in the movie Hercules looks extremely similar to Scar? This is also, of course, referenced in The Lion King by Zazu, saying that he would make a very handsome throw rug. Personally, I don't think he would be a handsome throw rug because of that scar, and yeah. Here's another one. Did you know that the vultures in the film The Jungle Book, the animated Jungle Book, they were originally supposed to be voiced by the Beatles, but due to a scheduling conflict, it didn't go through. Here's one more. There was a postcard from the film Up. This postcard can be seen in Toy Story 3 on Andy's board. Does this mean that Andy is somehow related to Ellie? Another one from Hercules. Did you see Marilyn Monroe? She makes an appearance in the music video Zero to Hero from that film in the Constellation. And here's one that's a little sad, but I think it's actually kind of closing. Well, not so much closing as it is. It answers some questions. Like, have you noticed that there's a lot of Disney characters that they don't have their mothers, or their mothers have died some way? Well, this happened because Walt Disney was haunted with guilt over his own mother's death. And the home that Walt Disney bought in 1938 wound up killing his mother because of a faulty heating system, and it led to carbon monoxide poisoning. This guilt is horrible for Walt Disney to have to have gone through, and that answers a question of why a lot of mothers either die or the mothers just are not there in a lot of Disney films. Maybe he doesn't want to think about it, maybe it's something that he just doesn't want to deal with, or maybe he's trying to convey some sort of deep sorrow that was within him at that time. Did you know that the voice of Mickey and Minnie, the voice of Mickey, of course, is Alan Allwine, and Minnie is voiced by Russi Taylor. They're actually married. Kind of weird. And here's one that I think everyone knows, but I want to say it anyway because why not? There's a secret code that appears in a lot of Disney and Pixar films, A113. You could see it in The Princess and the Frog, you can see it in Stitch, and there's countless others. This number is actually at the California Institute of Arts. It's a room number. This is where several of the animators learned their craft. It was in that room. Thus the reason why that room's in there. It's kind of paying homage to it. And here's a little one that can get into some kind of weird conspiracy that Jafar from Aladdin survived, or at least moved, over to Notre Dame. The Heteric from Notre Dame looks exactly like Jafar's old man disguise in the film Aladdin. This may lead to people believing that Jafar somehow survived all the events of that. But here's something that actually is most likely the answer. Disney recycled animations to save a lot of time and money, and there are several incidents of this, such as the cartoon film Robin Hood. If you look at the Maid Marian Fox, and if you also look at the Aristocrats, I forget the name of her character, but she's an all-white cat. If you look at, they're pretty much the same in several poses. And it's not just here. The dancing scene in Snow White, where she's dancing with the dwarfs, is the same type of animation, same type of design frame that's in Robin Hood when the Maid Marian Fox is dancing with a pig. At least I think that's a pig. I don't have that good of a memory when it comes to that particular film. And Robin Hood actually had a very low budget, so I'm sure that there's more incidents of this. The Robin Hood budget was only $1.5 million, which I know that sounds like a lot of money, but for making it a full-blown animated full-length feature, that is not really a lot of money. And have you ever taken a good look at Beast? Well, you notice that there's a lot of different animals in this. He has the mane of a lion, the beard and head of a buffalo, the brow of a gorilla, of course human eyes, to convey that he is a human inside. He also has the tusk of a wild boar, the body of a bear, legs and tail of a wolf. Speaking of lions, have you noticed have you watched a film, watching the film Lion King, notice how when the lions roar, it always sounds like, it doesn't sound like a lion, it sounds like a tiger. Well, there's a reason for it. Lions roars, the roar of a lion evidently wasn't loud enough, so they used tigers. That was kind of weird. But it actually makes sense because lions don't really roar as loud as people think they do. All tigers evidently roar really loud. Oh, here's a cute one. Boo from the film Monsters, Inc. She was voiced by a real toddler, and the production team had to follow her around while she played just to get the audio clips, because I can't really see a toddler sitting in a booth doing a voiceover. I can't see her sitting there doing that. She'd want to play, so they just kind of followed her around. Here's something creepy. You ever been to the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland? You ever seen the muses? Those little heads on, well, I wouldn't call them muses, but they're heads on bust. And I don't mean like chest, I mean like it's a small statue. It's called a bust. But if you look at the position of those heads, and then watch the animated film Hercules, the muses' heads are in the exact same position as they are in that ride. Going back to Aladdin, the peddler in Aladdin was originally meant to be revealed as the genie at the end of the movie. That's why they were both voiced by Robin Williams. Here's another reoccurring fact that has to do with reanimating the same things, even though some of these are CGI, some of these are not. But there is a pizza truck that's in the film Toy Story. Well, a woman in the film Brave, the Whittling Woman, whittles that same pizza truck. That truck is also in the film Wall-E. It's also in Cars, A Bug's Life, Ratatouille, Monsters, Inc., Up, and Finding Nemo. Speaking of Wall-E, Wall-E was named after Walter Eli Disney. Wall-E, and then of course Walter Wall, and then the E is his middle name. And remember the animated film Tarzan? A plushie falls from the professor's pocket when he's being held up by the gorilla. That plushie is actually little brother from Mulan. Speaking of the film Tarzan, the China set that was in the movie Beauty and the Beast was in Tarzan. And I'm going to leave it up with one final tidbit of knowledge, and that is Mickey Mouse's original name was supposed to be Mortimer Mouse. Walt Disney's wife convinced him to change it to Mickey because Mortimer sounded like a pompous name. So they changed it to Mickey. And one last tidbit that's going to have you pausing every single frame of 101 Dalmatians. Did you know that Pongo has 72 spots and Perdita has 68 spots? Don't know why I had to toss that in there, but I just felt like doing it. Well, that's it for some random facts. I'm going to be checking out right about now, so thank you very much. If you want to see more random facts spoken out to you, just go ahead and let me know in the comments. Let me know what subject you would like to know random trivial facts about. This show, I'm going to probably keep on going with this for quite some time. I find it fun. I find it interesting to actually do the research. Unlike some of my historical bits where it just felt like a drag, this one feels fresh and new, and I could change topics to whatever you would like it to be. But I must ask some rules here. Nothing profane, nothing involving nudity, nothing involving some sort of weird conspiracy that, this company's evil or something dark. None of that. Just random fun little trivia facts. I'm trying to not just keep the show clean, but also trying to keep it, free of controversy as per YouTube's insane rule about censorship. Which, that's topic for another video. This is Devilmont speaking his mind about random trivial facts that probably won't help you get smarter, but it'll impress your friends. Hopefully. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.